What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm out today to show you the tent pitch for the one Tigris Hillridge trekking pole tent. So the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that I am at the same place that me and Byron came and did the hot tent camp not so long ago. Notice that we left no trace. Lovely job. I'll get the tent out, I'll show you all the components and we will get it pitched. Then you can see how to put it up. I'll talk through some of the features. I'll probably actually put the specs on the screen because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but it's a really decent lightweight hiking tent, I would call it. You use trekking poles to pitch it, so carry trekking poles with you unless you're in the woods where there's some hazel or something like that you can just whap down into sort of, I think it's about 135 centimetres they need to be, so you can use them to obviously erect the tent. So yeah, let's get it pitched. So you're going to need 2 trekking poles and the tent itself. So good thing about this tent is it comes in a stuffed sack, so you don't need to fold the tent up to put it away. So you've got your bag, 12 tent pegs, and then the body of the tent itself, there's no inner, it just comes as one piece. So first of all, what we need to do is get 4 tent pegs, guy out the corners. Like so. Oh, he's found a tree root. We'll then grab the trekking pole and we'll set it to, we'll go with 130 centimetres. Do that for both of them. So you take 1 pole and 1 peg for this. There's a little toggle on the bottom of the tent, so we clip that toggle in around the handle of the pole, and then we find the tough bit. So probably best unzipping it for this. There we go. Zip it back down, and then you peg with the extra peg you just picked up. Peg the door out. He says. Then we just do the same on the other side. So there's like a reinforced section for the end of the pole to sit in, so if you haven't got the rubber guards or guides, whatever they're called, on the poles, it'll still sit in there nicely without damaging the fabric of the tent and obviously ruining the waterproofness. That word, waterproofness. Now sorted the guy lines out, we can get them done. So there's like a little notch on top of there, a little notch on top of the peg, so that you can connect the guy line into it so it doesn't slip out, and then adjust the guy line length to however you want it. And then just go around the tent and do that. Oh, that tree's spiky on old backside. So I actually put these guy lines on this tent, so I've made them really long so you can get a good angle on your pitch in case there's any crimbo trees in the way. Bit of a sorry looking crimbo tree, that, mind. So at this stage the tent is sturdy and pitched, and you can just adjust everything from there. So each guy line's got its own adjustment on it, each corner where you pegged it out has got its own adjustment. So you can see there, if you can't get your peg in somewhere, you can find a nice bit of loose ground, and then you can adjust the guy line to suit. So that's it. In ideal sort of conditions, you'd probably be able to get this pitched in 5 minutes, you know, if you weren't fighting to get through the Christmas trees out on an open field or whatever, and if it's not too windy. We actually did a video where me and Chris pitched this tent, and we attempted to pitch this tent in 40 mile an hour winds, and it was a cool video because it was really snowy. But have a look back if you fancy watching that. It's not the best tent to pitch in the wind because it's like a big sail, as you can see by this side. It's really catching the wind, and it's fairly breezy, but it's not windy by any stretch of the imagination compared to what we have been camping in. So yeah, let's have a look inside. So before we go in, there's a couple of configurations we can do with the doors. So the first one being that you can clip the toggle for shutting the door, tighten that up, and then use that as ventilation, which is pretty decent. I do like that because it obviously allows the rain to come off the tent door and not soak all your stuff inside. If you've got one down, you can do that with both of them, or we can just roll the door away. Like so. And then have the full side opening. So I would say one of the downsides to the tent is that the door only opens for half of the inner, which I'd have just put like a T-door in, same as the Lanshans and stuff. It's not unusable, but it just could have been better. But the opening is big enough to sit in and make a brew or what have you. So inside the tent you've got 2 large vestibules, one either side, where you've got loads of space to store your rucksack or your brew making gear or anything like that. It's symmetrical on both sides, so you can obviously have 2 people. There's bags of space, so you'd easily get 2 sleeping pads, 2 6-foot fork in it, no drama. There's ventilation at the top and the bottom, loads of space up top to get a washing line in. There's one of these little handy hooks on both sides so that you can hang a lantern or whatever you want up top, and then one outside of the bug mesh on either side in case you want to hang your sweaty socks outside. So I'm going to show you how quickly I can get this tent packed away. Obviously, if it's hammering it down or you get caught out in the wind or whatever, like I did the other week on top of Car, I'll put a picture of the thumbnail up for that video where I had to abandon the camp. It was the first camp I've ever abandoned, and yeah, I was absolutely gutted because it was pitch black, about 2-3 o'clock in the morning or something, and it wasn't great. So I'll see how quickly I can pack this away in anger. So starting from now. So quickly gonna do the guy lines. I'll do the pegs as well. I'll do the pegs as well. More efficient. Sacrilege, I'm putting these pegs away in the tent and they're covered in mud. Not ideal. Feel like we're onto a fire there. Right, that's 12 pegs away. Oh no, he's struggling with the toggle. One pole out. Two poles out. Sorry, that was right in the microphone, that. Apologies. Oh no, yeah, it's trapped. I'm going to be regretting this later when I get it out to dry. All my guy lines all wrapped up. Absolute sacrilege. Missed that peg there that we took out before. Peg bag cinched down in the bag. I'll even add on time to get it in the bag, the rucksack. We'll stop it there. I'll put the time up here. So that is not a bad time to pack a tent away and get it in your bag and get ready to go. And as well as that, we've left absolutely no trace. Easy as that. So if this video was helpful to you, if you're in the market for buying the one Tigris Hillridge, please give us a like and subscribe because it is much appreciated, and I will catch you at the next one. Ta-da.